Good move there from Magnus. There was a peer over at the clock. He's getting nervous now. He knows he's got to speed up. He's not found his rhythm. Knight back to b3, attacking white's rook in the corner. The rook will shift. Centralize maybe to the d1 square. That would be the most logical move to blockade black's pass pawn. What's Magnus got up his sleeve? It's looking tough.
Is he going to try to push the d pawn, but that invites the trade of bishops? He's doing so. His pass pawn is his only chance in this position, and the white king, if there's any tricks with the checks that you mentioned, Danny.
Yeah, but as you said, it also invites simplification now. And HIKARU, David, you already shouted it out, but I'm going to double down on the point. HIKARU managing that time advantage so well. And again, if you're watching this and you're a young, ambitious player or an ambitious tournament player, doesn't matter what age you are, the point is HIKARU really putting on a master class of dictating the tempo and just recognizing that why give my opponent any unnecessary chances? Use the other advantage I've earned, which is the one off the board on the clock. And that's why he's able to continue to play these just super accurate moves. And we called it material earlier on, that it was a material time advantage. And that probably paid off, because if that was a mutual time scramble, David, that might have been nasty. There were some tricks with the knights, and it wasn't fun. But now HIKARU has made it look easy, and I think this one is all but over.
Yeah, it looks like he's extremely close now. As long as he avoids any blunders to do with black's pass pawn, then white has the queen. White also has some seriously strong pawns of his own. Yeah, again, note how HIKARU, he always pauses when there's about to be captures or some hardcore calculation needs to be done, when the opponent has a threat. When it comes to maneuvering, piece placement, he's so good at trusting his instincts there. So definitely one for any improving player at home. The most clinical way of doing this, I'm not 100% sure. I would really want to kick this black knight out of the f4 square, if possible. Will he try to do that with his queen with a pawn?
Yeah, you can play g3. You could play queen b4 as well, which attacks the knight and guards d2. Maybe even queen f7 as a way to attack the knight. Okay, he goes for the pawn move, which that's the most human way to do it. As long as you've calculated that your king doesn't get in trouble, that makes a ton of sense. And you love your queen where she's at anyway, because she helps the a-pawn advance. And
d2 by Magnus, though he's not moving the knight because he's got this trick with rook e1 check and promoting his pawn in case of a capture.
King f1, now HIKARU in blue arrow territory. That's dangerous territory.
Oh, king
Gotta
f1,
find king f1.
The only way to keep his advantage.
Only winning move for HIKARU Nakamura. Under 2 minutes now. Will he find it? The blue arrow shows it. King to f1, covering any checks.
Talk about Magnus Carlsen just making life difficult. Here we are seeing HIKARU Nakamura put on a master class in Armageddon as white. Yet it's not easy against Magnus. And just, oh my God, he doesn't see it. He played queen b4.
Look at this, Magnus.
And rook d4. I don't think HIKARU saw that move.
He did not.
Oh my God!
The head shake shows that he did not see this. If the rook is captured, there's knight e2, fork, picking up the queen.
And he sees that he has to take d2 now. Wow!
Oh my gosh!
Now Magnus should
What a
fold.
comeback!
Oh my gosh, Magnus Carlsen pulling a rabbit out of the hat. Will it be enough? Remember, a draw wins, as best to do is hold this game to win in the Armageddon format.
He did everything perfectly, HIKARU, for 35 moves. On the 36th move, he slipped, he blundered. This should be a draw, but white's pawns are so dangerous. Look at them racing down the board. This is still not easy at all for Magnus Carlsen. He will, however, get the increment now. They've just reached move 40, 1 second after every move. Can those pawns win the day for HIKARU Nakamura? He needs to win it all over again. The game started again, basically.
He needs to, and he knows it. And that's the hardest part, when you know that you were completely winning and you spoiled it. He needs to somehow put that behind him, but at the same time, he's playing a game with only a few seconds on the clock. Can he do it? Can HIKARU forget about his missed chance? Like, he was completely winning.
It may not even matter if he can forget about it, because at this point, the position is probably objectively holding for black. And as long as Magnus Carlsen can do what he does, I am just shocked here. HIKARU played brilliantly. He brought brilliant prep to the board. He literally had a brilliant move in this game with queen to b3. He defined the term brilliant on his way to what looked like an Armageddon victory over Magnus Carlsen. But he's the GOAT for a reason. Magnus doesn't give up, and in this situation, Heck, Magnus might be playing for a win here if he can gather some of those pawns. No, Hikaru might simplify.
Magnus might flag. He almost flagged. He wasn't down to 1 second, and there's only 1 second. He's
my
about
God.
to flag again.
Wow, Magnus
Hikaru
looking right
trying
for the
to-
edge. 1 second again. He's going to
losing.
flag.
He lost
flagged.
time.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my God, the reaction of Magnus.
What in the world did we
Cannot
just see?
believe it.
Magnus is like he knows that he should have held. Hikaru comes back.